It's Wednesday again.
Hi, everybody. How are you today?
I'm doing very well. We have new guests with us today, and I think
Yeah.
we've kind of taken the opportunity to use some of the Wednesday wisdoms to bring information about a lot of our vendor partners and what we are all doing. Well, a lot of information from our vendor partners when there's no COVID, but also bringing in the coronavirus and things that have happened that make things change to keep everybody safe. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay,
Absolutely.
cool. Robin?
Yep. We have Nick today from Borman Moving. He and I talked the other day and decided this would be a great,
Hi, Nick.
great
How's it
avenue
going?
to, introduce him to everybody and see how his company is adapted during this pandemic.
Yeah,
Nope.
because we refer Borman, a lot to our sellers because a big question that we get is, who's the reputable mover? Who do you know? We're constantly living in a world of who you know. So we like it when
Yep.
we can give some calls to some friends to say, hey, see if you can help. So Nick, first off, and I know we kind of talked about this, first off, what are the best ways for, I guess, sellers and even buyers, whoever's making the move, to prepare for that move to make everybody's life easier? Because it's a stressful day and we know
Sure.
that.
Of course, yeah, moving is very stressful. So, first and foremost, I suggest being as organized as possible. Anything that you're boxing up, try and have a label on it for what room it's going to or what room it came out of. On the other end too, at the destination, if you've labeled boxes, put a label over the room, just like a Post-it note over the room. So then the guys can know exactly where to put the stuff. They don't have to bug you quite as much. The more you have boxed up, the quicker and easier the whole moving process is going to go. I always suggest to take this time to kind of purge, go through some items you don't need anymore. Go through the cabinets. Maybe you don't need, quite as much as you have right now. Use this time. This is a good time to kind of get rid of some items and donate. That way you don't have to move stuff you really don't need, and you won't have as much clutter on the other end as well.
Mhm.
You know,
And that would
another
be
good,
for local or even cross-country moves. I mean, would Borman be able to coordinate a cross-country move as well?
absolutely. So we do both local and long distance moves, and we also have storage. We can store at our warehouse in Woodridge. It's climate controlled. Everything is stored in these big wooden vaults that are sealed up, and they're basically not opened until you're ready to move back either into a home, or if you're going out of state, then we do unload them and put them onto a semi truck. But if it's local, we load them on site and then we deliver them on site as well. So the nice thing is there's only handling going in and back out, rather than loading into a truck, off into a warehouse, back into a truck again, and then off to the
Oh,
destination.
okay.
So there's
It's
less
kind of like a
labor plus less
modified,
opportunity.
it's kind of like a modified pod where you've got your own container that it's being moved into.
Exactly. They're about half the size of the pods that you normally see out on driveways. They're a little smaller, but we have a ton of them, and we just basically store them up in the warehouse. They're all up off the floor, and it's climate controlled and ready to go, basically. But yeah, we can do local, long distance, and storage.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. So now I guess the big question into what's going on right now, we're all in this together. Uh, how have things changed?
Definitely. So, first and foremost, I normally go through houses. I walk in homes and open cabinets and doors and turn on lights, and, face-to-face estimates is how I've always done this. So, now it's a little different because we're doing a lot of phone quotes, but we're also doing a lot of virtual quotes as well through FaceTime and Google Duo, WhatsApp, through Zoom, you know, basically any way we can where we can actually get some eyes on what's shipping. It's a little more accurate than just talking on the phone, but that's the biggest adjustment I've seen for me so far, is just doing all these virtual quotes. So, if you're really not comfortable having someone walk through the house, we can definitely do them over the phone, whether it's FaceTime or Google Duo or WhatsApp or whatever you have that we
Okay.
could do this virtual tour with. That's one of the first things that we changed. Also, all of our crew members, they're wearing gloves, they're wearing masks, they're told to social distance as much as possible. Now, obviously, if they need to, help each other carry a piece of furniture, they're not going to be able to stay 6 feet apart. But whenever possible, they are told to social distance. And we've also told them to social distance away from the actual clients as well. So that way, you guys are safe. Now, again, like I said, sometimes it's not totally possible to keep 6 feet away, but at any given point, they're definitely trying to do that. We've also told any employees, if they are sick whatsoever, that they have to stay home for a mandatory 2-week period, no matter what. We just don't want to take any chances right now with what's going on. We have been sanitizing our trucks as well. We have a commercial sanitizer. We spray them down. It's actually on the Borman Facebook page. If you guys want to see a video, it's pretty cool. So it's basically a big commercial sprayer, and we get in the back of the truck, spray them down, and make sure everything's sanitized after each job.
Okay.
And how
I
are you
love all
checking in with the people moving? Are there any precautions for them that they should take or you take with them as well as it gets closer to the moving date?
So we're definitely, we're making sure that everybody's healthy. We're definitely asking questions about that. And, we also ask if you guys can, wear gloves and masks just to make sure that everybody is protected. Obviously if someone was sick at the home, please let us know prior. That way we can make arrangements or push a date back or do something just to make sure no one gets this here. Trying to take as many precautions, and it's kind of changing day by day here, and we're just staying ahead of it as much as possible. And like I said, we're still essential, so we're doing our best to work through this. And I think it's a little different from what everyone's used to, but honestly I think we've got a pretty good handle on it, and it seems like everybody's still anxious to move, and we're here to help.
I think I agree with you. That's what I was going to bring up, that, we are, I guess, lucky in some ways compared to some other states around the country that we are essential and we can continue to support buyers and sellers in their transactions and get them closed, and as usual. We're kind of trying to be business as usual in an unusual world right now.
Of course. No, absolutely.
Yeah, and everybody working together is going to support that, end goal. I know Rob and I have talked about, and one last question that we have, in our industry, and, it's buying and selling sides as real estate agents, I think there's tools that have come into our business that we didn't really see the need for, that coming out of this coronavirus and COVID-19, that there may be some things that stick with us as either options or standards, that kind of change the way that we do business. Has that happened in your industry as well?
Well, I think the truck sanitization is going to probably stick. Now we have that, so I don't see why there's no reason for us not to sanitize the trucks now at the end. So, we have the equipment, we might as well do it. I'm assuming that's something that will probably stick with us. And I think also these virtual quotes are, something that's pretty convenient for a lot of people. If you don't want to have someone go to the house, or, if it just doesn't work out with timing, a lot of these FaceTime quotes are very accurate, and they're easy to do, and you don't have to worry about, having someone in the home or doing anything. So I think that may be something that sticks around a little after this as well, just having that option, something that I've never really done before up until this point. And, it was a little weird, doing the first couple ones, but now, it's like anything else, you get used to it. And, it's kind of nice that we have the technology we do right now, so we can get through this.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. What's the best way to get in touch with you?
So the best phone number to reach me at would be my cell phone. That is 847-510-3970. If you're looking to schedule an in-home appointment or a virtual appointment, you can call my office at 630-972-1000. You could also email me as well. My email is nick@borman.com. That's nick@BOERMAN.com.
Perfect. Borman Moving.
Yep. I know you've got some great information on your website that covers just your processes in general, but especially for COVID and the precautions you take. What's your website?
So the website is borman.com. So
BOERMAN.
Nice and easy.
There's some great information
Nick.
on there.
We really appreciate the time.
Absolutely.
And
very
again,
nice talking to you guys today.
Yeah, we are, Spouses Selling Houses team is, here to, support Borman Moving as they've always supported us and our clients. And if you need to reach us, want to talk about getting that move started, properties are still moving. We're still putting buyers and sellers together, and contracts are being accepted. So feel free to give us a call. The Spouses Selling Houses team, 224-650-7748. Or you can always reach us on social media.
Yep, we're on Facebook and Instagram, Spouses Selling Houses team, Robin Rent Buy Sell. You can Google us as well. Happy to help you out however we can.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, Nick.
Absolutely. You guys have a wonderful day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye now.